Good morning, good afternoon. Jiggle here. So, magic fingers. What we're going to do is we're going to build what we like to call the stacked style. This is just a user on Instagram that wanted us to build him a pack out, and sometimes when they're so cool, we just sort of name them after him. So, what we're going to do here, we're going to use a combination you can see of those rectangle bins and the tall and the short bit holders. These are basic standard bit holders. This one's a jigsaw. These are all printed on PETG as far as the bit holders go. And we're going to put a couple different setups in it. So we're going to use some of these Bosch bits, which are also now the, what do you call it, the Diablo ones. The titanium twist hex shank, one of the big bit sets. We're going to cram all that into the big low profile pack out. So just get everything opened up. You need a chainsaw, all that fun stuff to open these suckers up. This one, luckily, everything that they chose except for these bits, the wood bits, fit standard. So he didn't need to buy as many. So at this point now we're going to go ahead and shuck the bit holders from the shockwave cases. We don't need those. Gone. All right. So what I like to do is get everything out of my cases, see what I'm working with. And we're going to actually put everything from these cases into this standard low profile standard size pack out. And another one gone. So once I get everything out, I sort of like to lay it out, get an idea of what I'm working with. Short ones, tall ones. Short ones you can cram in. Tall ones obviously take up more space, so they're less flexible. So I like to get a good idea. Sometimes it's easiest to just rule out things. So for example, like these shockwave, not shockwave, but the titaniums, they're going to take up a full one, but we're going to clamshell them type thing, so it's going to list from both sides. So what I'll do is I'll just go through, let the bits dictate which bin I need, and just dry lay them out. That way I'm not assembling and disassembling as much. It's inevitable, but you will. So I'll just go through like this, like that one tags in. There's some taller ones that probably will work better. You just get the general idea, get them out of the way, and see what I've got left. On here, say for example, if you just do the density idea where these little teeny 1-inch bits, these things will stand straight up in the pack out, so you can get a ton in there. So I'm just gonna sort of throw the stuff in here and get an idea. On the ones like that one in my left hand, that was taller, so obviously that wouldn't fit a shorter one, but the rest of those would fit in. But for now, I'm just sort of throwing the idea in. Now I've got a jigsaw that I will have to incorporate, and if most of the jigsaw blades are going to be taller than a square, so sort of gotta figure that out. But honestly, it's probably easier to just play it by ear. So one of the things that I'll do when I'm sort of running these ideas down is just sort of move some stuff around and then say, okay, what can I do next? Try this idea. And if it just gets too complicated, rule out the easiest. So these paddle bits, just gonna knock this one out real quick because the paddle bit's gonna need a rectangle. And what I like to do is I start with the biggest end first, get that sucker crammed in there. Not crammed in, but you know what I mean. So I'll put one end in, and I am keeping this at a regular pace on this part of the video because I'm going to remind you, you're going to want to make sure that your bit nub is seated in the little socket all the way where you want it, and then you're going to put your flathead in, and you're just going to rock it in there. I have found one little key trick that can help is if you get your the flat part of your screwdriver on the nub, and where you're covering up the holes, sometimes you can just push straight down with one finger and rock with the other and slide that thing down. So once I got that in, I've shown this before in other videos, I like to put a bit in, rock it, seat it into place, makes it move around easier, makes it ready for use. Getting the other one in here, this one looks like it was going to be a pain. So I worked on that for a while. If I remember correctly, I had to take that one back out and get it reseated. So yeah, I'll mess with that for a while, fill it up, all that good fun stuff. So take your time, test your fits, make sure everything goes in there before you move on to your next, then good to go. You can see here, if you alternate it with, you put the bigs on the one side and the bigs on the other, they won't interfere with each other, and you can get them both to fit in the bin. So at that point, I move on to some of the stock ones. These were the titanium ones, and those just slide right down in there, pop into place. Again, flathead screwdriver is key. One little thing I don't show in this video, which I will show in another one, it doesn't hurt to use a little bit of WD-40. If you have a little syringe or you have one of the little bottles that has the spray your part before you put it in there. One, it makes them easier to open and close, and two, they do slide in easier. So again, I like this, I keep calling it clamshell, but each side opens and they overlap each other. Takes less bins, you get more into a PackOut. So these ones, for example, I'm going to knock these out. This is going to be one of the dense square bins. So what we're just taking is your standard holder, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I think I do 4 in there, right? So it's pretty simple for you to say, okay, I could lay all these down and make them look pretty, but sometimes on those, having 32 bits in one little case makes a lot more sense. And what's honestly the point? Sometimes rotating the little 1-inch bits doesn't make sense. So again, sometimes if you just want density, I know a lot of people have said, I could get a lot more bits in this case if I just threw them in loose. Yeah, you can. And then you got to sort through them. And if you do them super organized, yeah, you might have to flip them up. Well, here's a happy medium. Stand them up, cram it in. That one bin holds over 32 bits. So this one is one where it has some of the taller drivers. So this one's going to have a couple different levels to it. And that I'm just fiddling around with because I'm trying to think of where I want to put the jigsaw and all that other good stuff. And based on that, I need the extra height. And so I, had to change it a little bit. But this kit also had the Milwaukee socket holders, which was Benjamin Johnson's inspiration for the ones he designed. And this is nice because you want to put some lags in for decks, things like that. But yeah, you can stick those down in any side of the bins, the rectangle, the square, it doesn't really matter. They do fit a little bit better in the rectangle because of the flex of the bin, but you can get them in either one. I changed my idea here time after time. You see here, I did a clamshell again, but sort of like a middle-based clamshell, and then put the 2-inch or 3-inch bits in there. I think that was when I ran out of something and I had to have her go grab me some parts. So I sort of said here, no, don't really like that the way that one is, so let's try it in this one. And this is just inevitable. There's no perfect way to do this. I will say this is what I came up with. But yeah, so you can see each one, spade bits, paddle bits. There's room for more if you had the bigger set. Drop that in. Long drivers, multi-levels. I believe that was the jigsaw that you saw that didn't have anything. So you can run jigsaw blades the whole length of that now. Your titanium that came in the separate set, those fit in there great, and those are nice. It's a good robust bit set, just about any option you need out of that. Then some of the ones that came in the stock Milwaukee, like 75-piece set. So you got your sockets, you got 2 levels there. You can definitely get more into that one. Then you've got your, 2-inch bits along with room for more. And then you've got your more 2-inch with room for more. So you can see here, that can easily hold a good bit extra. Just this is all the bit cases came with. And there's your dense one, which you could fill those rectangles with dense ones like that if you had a bunch of different bits, security bits, Allen bench, stars, things like that. Like I said, 4 times 8, all that good fun math. 48, 32. So yeah, trying to do math. So that's what a PackOut should look like. That's what Milwaukee should have done, and you get the little Vanna White treatment. So I hope you guys like this. I hope it gave you an idea of what you can build. We do pre-assemble these for people if they want. We can sell you the PackOut, we can sell you the bins, and we can sell you the bits. So if you have any questions, get a hold of us. info@jacoball.com. You can get onto our website, store.jacoball.com. And you can, this is our logo, Funness, a little pimping it out. Jake's girl designed that. I also sell some of these stickers if you want some. Rock out with your PackOut. Appreciate you all for watching. Thanks a lot. See ya. Bye.